Okay, in this video, I'm going to draw this entire hardware assembly that you see here, and I'm going to just start from scratch. Okay, I may pause it at certain times, and what I might do is jump a few steps that I think you guys might find easier, but I'm going to try to draw this whole thing. I've actually lost this drawing. I only have a hard copy, and I scanned it in, so I thought if I redo it, and I'm going to show you some new things, like how to add these balloons here, and how to add this. So I'm just going to do this entire drawing from scratch. I've got a copy of it in front of me, and I'm just going to start right from the imperial border. You can always fast forward it. So I'm going to first start. When I'm finished this, you guys will have a copy because I'll post it up. And I want you to do the exact same. There's two drawings, the exact same two drawings. So we're going to start off with this drawing as the plate on the right side. So I'm in the con layer. I'm going to quickly draw that plate here on the right side. I'm not going to worry. Well, I could scale my border first. I know it's a 1:4 border, so maybe I'll just scale the border first. So I know it'll fit in here. Okay, so we're going to do the first drawing 1 of 2. You guys can type that in. I'm just going to go in here, and I'm going to draw my lines here. I'm going to do the side, the little plate on the side. So I'm going to go down by 8, across by 8. It's just a square, up by 8. And I'll finish over here. Okay. Now I'm going to put my 2 circles in. So I'll use the offset command. Okay, I'll offset by 2. Looks like 2 here, 2 there, and 2 there. I'll add my 2 circle. Oh, the diameter is not given, so that's not on mine, but it will be given on yours. So the diameter of those circles there will be 1 1/8. Okay, so we'll add the 1 1/8 the diameter. So we'll go circle command. Okay, with a diameter, and we'll add it. So it is 1 1/8. So 1 1/8 is 9/8. Put one circle there, and we'll put the other one here. And we'll do a little bit bigger circle so we can make the center lines there. So just add a bigger circle here, and we'll do the same bigger circle over here. Hit enter, it repeats the same value, and we'll trim. We just trim this here, 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 and here. Okay, and I'll erase these 2 circles, and I'll make these lines center lines. Okay. Now, I don't like the LTS on here, so I'm going to switch. I'm going to type line thickness scale, or LTS, and I'm going to go 0.5. There, I like that a little bit better. And now, if you don't know how to add the dimensions, I'll go over here. I'll modify. I'm going to create a new one for this. I'm going to create this as scale 4 because I'm going to put 2 drawings on one. I'm going to continue. So this is scale 4 dimensions. I'm going to put the number 4 here, right there. Add the int symbol. So on the suffix, and away I go. And now I'll add the dimensions. I'll add the 8. Wrong layer. Okay, and I'll make sure I'm on that layer for the other ones. And if you don't know, I'll add the circle. Here, I'll double click on it to make it typical. I could have put an arrow on there, but I'll just put typical. And I do have the diameter dimension there, and I'll bring that out. So I've quickly added those dimensions. Okay, I paused the video when I did them. Now I'm going to write the writing on the top. So let's go to let's see if there's a text layer. Good, there is. We're going to go to the text layer. Okay, and we're going to add the word plate up here. So we use the text. Now it looks twice as big as the drawing, so we're going to make 8 divided by 8. We scaled the border by 4. So 4 divided by 8 is a half. So I'm going to make it 1 inch here. I'm going to make this 1 unit long. So instead of half, I'm going to make that 1. Half would be the normal here. And now we're put the word plate here. Now, how do you get that bubble is the question. So we got the word plate here. Okay. To get the bubble, we actually have it in the insert. So you go to insert, insert here. And there's an item balloon. So beside the board, there should be an item balloon. You bring it right here. And you can type 1 here, so it's already 1, and you go OK. It's a bit small, so we've got to scale it. We scaled our border by 4, so we've got to scale this bubble that we just brought in by 4, enter. And we just move it to make it look better. Okay, so where do we get that from? So we got that bubble from the insert. We'll move it a little bit higher. So we got it from insert, insert. Here, it's an item bubble. Itemizes. This is item 1. Okay, we've got that drawn. We could lower it a little bit, or we can keep it there. It doesn't really matter. We can move it around. Now I'm going to go over here and draw this part. So to draw that part, I'm going to start off with this. I'm going to copy this and the hole here. So this, without the holes. And I'm going to put it right about anywhere about here. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to take lines from here. I'm just going to put a straight line down to there. I'm going to put another straight line over here. And I'm going to draw this piece down here. So I'm going to draw it right down here somewhere, and I can always move it if I don't like where it is. I'm going to offset that. They're 1 inch thick. So this plate is actually 1 inch thick. Would have been nice to have that leader, and that's what I missed. That's 1 inch thick, and I can add a leader here just to tell me that it's 1 inch thick. So add one of these leaders. Okay. And we can type 1 inch thick. I just put the leader backwards. Try that leader again. It's also the wrong size. So if you don't know how to adjust the size of leaders, we'll go here when it's the wrong size. So we're just gonna, well, not that one, leader. We also have to scale it. So we scaled the border by 4. So we're gonna, well, we'll do a new one here. Call it scale 4 as well. Continue. Okay, so here we're just gonna adjust the leader and make it 4, the same as that. And let's see how this leader turns out. Close. So we'll go to the leader. Okay, here. Oh, I did it the wrong way. So just now we'll go to the middle here, and we'll just type 1 inch thick because it's 1 inch thick. Okay, I don't like the fact that it's not centered here. See, it's not centered, so I'm going to go back here. I'm going to see if I can adjust that as well. I'll go here. Somewhere I can modify it so it's centered, so I'll modify leader format, content, maybe under content here, left attachment, bottom. No, let's go middle of line, and let's also put this one at the middle of the attachments. See if that makes a difference. Close. So I just put it in the middle of the line. Okay, over here I'm going to trim now. Use my trim command. And I'll trim this, so let's trim that again. I must have hit the wrong thing. Trim, enter. Looks like I have extend instead. Trim, enter. We'll trim this, that. Now on the bottom we have a plate, a piece that looks like it sticks out. So it's 4 away from the end, so I'm going to offset this by 4, so it's 4 away from this end. Okay, and it's also 1 inch thick, so I'm going to offset by this one by 1. Okay, and I'm going to do something different. I'll use the fillet command or fillet command. Never know how to pronounce that. I'll change the radius to 1, enter. I'm just going to fillet this and that. Well, I thought I changed the radius to 1. We'll do that again, fillet. Change the radius to 0, sorry, 0, and now we'll do it. And this will just bring down. Now this extends, we don't know how far, it actually doesn't matter. You can just make it go wherever you want. So down this way, wherever you want it to stop. So here, and same with this line, wherever you want it to stop. Doesn't give you any values. Okay, on the end of this, we're going to create a spline. So over here, we're going to create a little spline here. There it is right there. And we're just going to go here, maybe out here, bring it here and there, hit enter. Just want that spline to be in the con layer as well. Okay, so far, con created that. We'll do one more thing. Now we got to show where that is up on the top. So we're going to do a line from maybe here to up here, and we're going to extend. So let me just put this in the con layer. Okay, we're going to use the extend command. We're going to extend. I'm going to extend to here, so we're going to extend that line, and then we're going to use that spline command again. And we do a nice spline in here. We'll go here, 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 and there. Hit enter, and then that just shows that piece cut. Maybe I want to bring this in a little bit, so I can use the pick points. Bring it in, so just the outside piece cut. Well, this I definitely want it to touch, so for some reason it didn't touch. So it's like cut. So this is like an existing piece, and we're adding this piece to it. So now I'm going to continue this drawing on the next video. Okay, so we got to this point. I'll continue this drawing on the next video.